Well, historic Macon acquired the home of Macon architect Ellamae Ellis League. League's responsible for designing downtown parks and even the sanctuary at Mulberry Methodist Church. Her home will not only be something for people to enjoy, but will also help historic Macon's mission. 41 NBC's Ariel Schiller tells us how.
This house I'm standing in is a hidden gem of Macon architecture. And now, thanks to historic Macon, this house on Waverland Drive will be enjoyed by visitors for years to come. Ellamae Ellis League decided to become an architect in the 1920s when it wasn't something women did at the time. Georgia Tech was where people went to study architecture, but they didn't admit women until after World War II. So instead, she studied through apprenticeship from 1922 to 1929. According to her granddaughter, Cherry Dennis, League is responsible for a lot of Macon's architectural beauty.
The sanctuary at Mulberry Methodist Church, the schools that she built, Macon hospitals expansion, so many contributions.
League designed and built a split-level home on Waverland Drive in the early 1940s, and she lived in it until she passed away in 1991. A man named Dennis McCleary bought the house with the intention of restoring it. Dennis hoped to buy the house one day if McCleary ever sold it.
I heard that the house was being restored and Dennis had donated it. I was over the moon. It was a dream come true.
McCleary donated the house to historic Macon. According to Executive Director Ethiel Garlington, they have big plans in mind.
We will be restoring the Ellamae Ellis League home as closely as possible to her time when she lived here from 1941 to 1991.
According to Garlington, they plan to turn the house into a short-term rental. The rental revenue will help maintain the house, and the equity in the house will help fund preservation of other properties in the community,
thus creating a new revolving fund. Can you imagine staying in this beautiful house, immersing yourself in Ellamae's world? It's a retreat and unlike anything else anywhere.
Dennis even wrote a book about her grandmother called Dear Mr. Ellamae, about how she became a pioneer in architecture. She plans to donate the proceeds of the book to Historic Macon's preservation project, which is something League was passionate about.
She was always eager to preserve fine old buildings and that was part of her legacy. So this just joins historic Macon in such a beautiful way.
In so many ways, Ellamae's legacy will live on. In Macon, Ariel Schiller, 41 NBC News.
And Historic Macon will fund the restoration with a $75,000 grant from the 1772 Foundation.